Hello, I am Matthew Falconer,
And this is Chris.
and this is Square World bringing you more endgame content from Rift. This time it's the first boss of Green Scales Blight, called Duke Latereus. So we're just buffing up ready for the fight here. I'm playing Archon again.
I think we're going in. Going in. No.
No, almost.
And there we
There
go.
we are. I've always wondered, how does a tank if they've thrown their shield at someone?
Matt, I have no idea.
No, neither do I. It's a magic shield.
Boomerang.
Yeah, boomerang shield, that's it. It's not realistic, but what the hell, I'm throwing gigantic fireballs at things with my brain is not exactly a realistic game. This fight is relatively simple. You'll just want to start off by damaging him and sending one of your DPS, a cleric will do quite well, to pick up two of the shamblers and drag them to where you can see them on the screen,
As shown on the left.
just behind the raid panel.
Yeah, you didn't position that too well.
No, I didn't.
What on earth is he doing?
That's his signature mechanic. Every 12%, I think, he'll fly into a rage. What you need to do is you need to kill the shamblers and they'll leave a puddle of purple gunk behind. Then your tank has to kite him through the purple stuff and that'll slow him down so you can outrun it and not get killed by the rage. You need to do about 10% of his maximum health to him whilst he's raging to knock him out of it, and then he'll go back to normal.
And then he just spawns loads of crap.
Yeah, and you have to pull all that. You have to pull all that together and kill it.
Fairly quickly?
Fairly quickly. It, for the first few phases, it's not that much of a problem, but it can become a nuisance later. There are particular ads you need to be very careful with, and those are mischievous fairies. I think one or two of them will spawn in a second. You'll want one of your DPS to kill the flying fairies. A mage or a rogue, a ranged DPS will do just fine. You only need one. You only need one because their health is crap.
Which I think you're playing, aren't you, at the moment?
No, I'm playing Archon. I'm just killing
No, I
the
mean,
flying ones
yeah,
anyway.
you're doing the range though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be another mage is doing it. I was just
Helping out.
doing stuff. I don't know. There's another wrath attack. I think after the second wrath attack, he'll start to spawn mischievous fairies. But
Yeah, he's off on another rampage.
Yep.
Or rage, is he?
Great bit of animation there.
I am a flailer.
I am angry.
What is that
I
weapon?
have no idea. I think is it a scythe?
It's a giant bloody pickaxe.
Something like that. He's an elf and he's digging a hole.
Better than being a dwarf and digging a hole.
I suppose. No, dwarves are in Hamanel. Dwarves, not dwarves.
Dwarf.
Dwarf. Anyway. So, there we are, out of the second rage phase. Now he should start to spawn mischievous fairies, I think.
And why are they bad?
They have an attack called Fey Barrage, which hits the entire raid for about 2,500. So
Sure, you can just heal for it.
well, no, because they... Or is it Mischievous Fairy, or is it... We'll find out in a second. Devious Fairy,
Devious.
I stand corrected. Sorry, one's on the ground. Fey Barrage, you have to kill them as well, because they continuously spawn, I think, about every 20 seconds or so. And they'll start stacking up their Fey Barrages, and it'll wipe the raid eventually if you don't keep them in check.
Oh yeah, you just killed that one in time. It was
Yeah.
casting in the middle.
We've got loads of interrupters on them, they wouldn't get a cast off. But it's if multiples start to appear, you can see one on the right, we're a little bit slow to start killing. It can be a little bit awkward if you have one of them up and he starts his wrath as well. Usually what happens then is you get one person who just interrupts and then everyone has to damage the Duke out of his wrath.
He's off again.
Yep.
Just angry man, isn't
I
he?
know, very, 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 very furious.
He needs some anger management, let alone
Well,
kill
if
him.
you had to live in a square part of a hedge maze with, living bits of hedge that spawn slime everywhere, I think you'd be pretty angry as well.
Especially if they're supposed to be your friend and they were slowing
Yeah.
you down.
Yeah.
Holding you back, man.
I mean, if you were given his animations, would you be happy?
You're a bit wooden, aren't they?
It's just the rage thing. It's like, flail it everywhere. There you can see another devious fairy. Then you just rinse and repeat. I don't think there's anything particularly special about this boss. I think common sense is just, melee DPS behind him.
I have to admit, you guys in the middle have not moved a fraction, I don't think,
You
other than turning round.
You don't need to.
Doesn't
All
really
ranged
count.
DPS doesn't have to move, which means you should be getting really good DPS ratings on Pyromancer builds and things like that.
Yourself. No, you're Archon.
No, Archon this time. I've actually started playing Stormcaller recently because I find it more interesting. But I keep on cocking up the rotation.
God, man.
It's
disappointing.
It's a very complicated... by all... compared to Pyromancer, which is, 3 buttons.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, quite literally 1, 2, and 3 in the keyboard. Stormcaller is very complicated.
He's nearly down.
Yeah.
He has very nearly disappeared.
I think there's someone getting a little bit careless, getting close towards him there.
He went for a bit of a run then. I don't think his purple stuff slowed him down.
No, it did, and there he's dead.
Did you just get...
Every time you kill a boss in this
Teleported.
place, you get teleported back to the start of the instance, and then the hedges rearrange themselves into a new form for the dungeon, as you can see.
Actually, that's pretty cool.
I thought it was boring, because you only ever get the same set of walls. Some nice
Oh,
bit of
okay.
loot there as well, and a lot of money. But,
Is that money shared between all, or...?
Yeah, evenly.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
there for
wanted
you.
all of it. No, it's all rogue loot, I think.
Warrior Rogue,
Yep. Warrior. It's rogue, warrior,
Warrior Clerk.
cleric.
And that's
And
that.
there we go.